What's up, fam? It's your girl, Krystall Poppin. I'm out here in San Antonio, Texas, interviewing with the WAVEZ Movement. Make sure you check out the interview.
I'm talking about getting rich, fuck some money. And I keep dropping hits, I'm so clumsy. Shit's so funny. Basic bitches gotta look around before they mention me. Shit talking, then I walk in. Silence when I speak. Emergency.
So, first off, I really just want to bring up, San Antonio, Texas. You arrived here. Is this your first time here? Or
I mean, I've been here a couple times, throughout being in Texas and stuff. I've traveled here and stuff, but I haven't spent too much time.
Oh.
I think the last time I was here was for Mala Luna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last one that they had,
Yeah, and how was it then? Like, did you enjoy your time here?
Yeah, it was really, really cool. I liked it. That was my first time at Mala Luna, so it was really cool. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. Mm-hmm. Now, you did mention that tomorrow's show is your first time back from the pandemic, from doing events. So how is that feeling?
It's really, really cool. I was just telling everybody that it feels like, my first day on tour. Like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? It feels like a new thing because it's been so long. And I was going so hard before the pandemic hit. I was show after show after show, you know what I mean? And for that to just stop the way it did, it was weird. So I'm really, really excited to get back to it.
Well, that's good to hear. And then bringing up the the pandemic on how everything happened. I know it took a lot of artists and creatives just out of their element. Being able to do shows, going to studio sessions on the ease. How did this affect you, doing, not doing events, but not being able to go to the studio as much? Did you make any changes to stay on the grind and stay healthy at the same time?
Yeah, I think when it first happened, I went with family and we quarantined and stuff. I was not leaving the house at all, you know what I mean? At all. But it's cool because I make music, so I just built a little studio. I came home because I usually stay in Houston. Before the pandemic hit, I was in Houston. And then I went to El Paso, I stayed with family. I built a studio and I was just in there every day, making music and stuff. Even though I didn't know what would happen, I thought the world was ending, you know what I mean? I thought, oh my God, my life is over. I still was I need to keep going. No matter what happens, I need to keep sharp. I need to make music. I need to keep going. So that's what I did. I stayed making music. I stayed making connections online. I stayed in touch with people. Yeah, I did as much as I could, you know what I mean? Online for sure. And then opportunities just start popping up as I started dropping music. People were just meeting me. 1501 actually hit me up a little bit before they had Erica Banks.
Oh, wow.
Right before they got Erica Banks, they hit me up. They're like, hey, we heard about you. We want to meet you and stuff. So, there's just little things like that. That started popping up everywhere during the pandemic. And so that was motivating, you know what I mean? It was it kept me on my toes and made sure that I was still working and everything like that. And one thing led to another and now we're back.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Good to hear.
But I definitely stayed in the studio a lot.
Yeah, no, and then bringing up in the studio, you dropped just a good array of singles. Mm-hmm. You had from Smelling Like Dior, Hello, Ain't No Stopping, and right now to your latest track, FaceTime.
Yeah.
So having that just massive singles all back to back, mm-hmm. how was that feeling?
That's cool. I think that before that, I wasn't really dropping singles in a row like that. I've always wanted to, but I was I was spacing my music out, you know what I mean? But then I started linking up with Ladium, which is the label that I'm working with now. And they were like, hey, let's just start coming hard with singles, you know what I mean? Give it to them, feed the people. And I was just let's do it. So it's been really fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. So I'm starting to see the benefits of doing that, and it's really cool. I'm gonna push off a project as much as I can. That way I can just get singles out, kind of see what people want, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, kind of get a feel of what everyone's stuff.
Yeah, so kind of how we mentioned, the first time we got introduced to you, we saw your performance back in December, mm-hmm. and then I started going back into your catalog of seeing some of the products you done. You did the raw gold, the raw gold honey,
yeah,
and then you also did the Starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
And then going back, just seeing the growth from, you know, not being a fan then to now being a fan, and then just seeing and hearing all of that, do you ever go back and listen to old music and say, wow, I was like, imagine this, and then now to what it sounds like?
Yeah, of course. Like, I always go back because it's a good reminder to, like, anytime I listen to any song, I remember where I was when I was writing it. You know what I mean? So, like, every time I listen to Starstruck, I remember, like, that whole, like, grind moment of my life. Like, I was hungry. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was like, I want this bad. You know, I loved rapping. I didn't even know, like, recording programs when I made that album. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know how to record myself. I didn't know how to do shit, but, like, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to do anything except write and rap, you know what I mean? So that was it's really cool to go back and see that, you know? And then Raw Gold Honey was really cool because I think it was like, hey, y'all, like, this is, like, I'm here. Like, this is what I am, and this is what I've been practicing for, and this is where I know what I want to, like, aim for. So that was a really, really dope project. And I wanted it to be well-rounded. So I gave everybody, like, a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? So I really feel like if you listen to the album, there's at least one song, like, that you're going to like for sure. You know what I mean?
I know when I went and listened to it, like, Starstruck sounded, I was like, wow, this is her when she first started. I was like, wow. And then going into, like, the next project, you can then hear hints of your sound now. Yeah. And I feel like it's just progressed and showing that growth. And it's just one of those things that just made me more, like, wanting to be more involved into your music and to just be involved into all the things that you do or all the updates that you're making to your sound now.
Yeah, for sure.
So no, that's good to hear. And then just stepping away from, like, some of the music that you have created, like, what are some of the hobbies that you can focus on, like, outside of music?
Outside of music, man, you know what? It's crazy because I don't even watch TV because like how much I'm in music, you know, like how much, like, I study. Like, if I'm not writing, I'm, like, studying or, like, looking at performances or, like, you know what I mean? Like, something's always revolving. Like, if I'm shopping, it's for an outfit for a photo shoot. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny how, like, people ask me that question and I'm like, damn, what do I do that's not, like, music, you know? But I really like to cook, you know what I mean? I really like to cook. Like, my mom, my grandma, like, they're awesome cooks, and I'm, like, learning the recipes and stuff. So anytime, like, I can whip it up, I'm, like, you know, cooking and stuff. I love to draw. I really love to draw. Yeah, I have this, like, little style, like, that I have, and I like to, like, make little designs and stuff. So I really like to draw and, like, read. I really love to read. Like, I never have time anymore, but anytime I can, like, I will read. Like, I love reading. So,
do you remember the last book you read?
Right now, honestly, I'm reading the Bible because I've never read it from, like, cover to cover. So like, it's crazy because there's a bunch of, like stories in there and, like, there's, like, poems and songs and stuff. Like, I just, like, get a lot of, like, inspiration from, you know what I mean? It's actually a really cool book. Like, you know, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, like, that's what I say, and I'm one with God and stuff, but I think that the Bible can, like, really inspire you, you know, as, like, a human. So, like, that's what I'm reading right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's always good. I mean, I just love, like, just reading anything, like, literature. Like, if it has words in it, I'm reading it. I just, like, want to gain as much knowledge as I can from anything.
For sure.
No, I definitely understand. And I'm glad to hear that you do other, you know, things such as, you know, drawing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, cooking. So coming back to that cooking question.
Yeah.
What would you say, like, is, like, the perfect meal for you?
My favorite thing, especially, like, my mom to make, is, like, chile colorado. Chile colorado. That word always trips me up. But yeah, my mom, like, she already knows, like, if I'm coming home to El Paso, like, she has to make that for me for sure. That or menudo. But that's my favorite thing in the world, honestly.
Okay. No, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I, you know, coming to the music, is, and I always like, is the way that you're able to involve your name and your brand into your music. And I think it's one of the coolest things because it reminds me of the way, like, Mike Jones used to do it. So you never forget his name.
Right.
But you always know what song this is off of two things. One, just the way you mention it and you kill the whole song. And the second thing is because it involves something being catchy with it.
Yeah,
especially,
for sure.
like,
I love that.
and the hook. And, like, so, like, I remember just even going back into, you know, like Starstruck, you know, with the Miss Poppin track, and then coming back and just seeing it, like, still being involved into, like, using that. Like, what was the idea behind that? Like, was that something you always wanted to just bring out in your music, or was that something you just say, you know what, I like this beat, I want to make sure it's involved in this somehow?
Like putting my name in the song? Well, I think that it's such a, like, it's funny because it's so, you can do so much with it. You know what I mean? Like, you can really take it anywhere. So, which is really cool about my name. So anytime like I'm writing, I'm always like, if I like stop, I'm always like, if I put my name here, like, how can I flip it? You know what I mean? How can I say something I haven't said yet with my name? Like, if I can, like, brand it that way, you know what I mean? Like, people do that, like, especially if they're hearing me for the first time and they've never, like, they don't know who I am. Boom, they're gonna know who I am because I say my name. You know what I mean? So I always think that, for sure. Yeah.
No, I definitely like that.
Yeah.
Now, do you have, like, any, like, artists or producers that you would want to work with? You know, something that you think it might be like a dream collaboration for you to have?
I think that, so my aunt, she blasts like Cypress Hill my whole life. Like when I was growing up, she was a teenager when I was real little, you know what I mean? So like she was like super, super blasting Cypress Hill all the time. And now like I see Be Real like doing like so many things, especially for the culture like in LA. And I think that it would be really cool to like collaborate with him. And I think it would be like an interesting combination, you know what I mean? I think me and Be Real could make a really, really dope song. Other than him, I think that anybody, I was telling my manager, I was like, I think anyone like from like the 2000s, like if I made a song with them, you know what I mean? Like it would be crazy, like Ashanti or like, you know, like Mariah Carey or like just like people that have been in the game and like making a comeback maybe on like a new sound. That would be really, really cool. Other than that, like looking forward, I always wanted to work with like Kendrick Lamar, Kanye, who else? Like, I mean, I regret that I'll never be able to work with XXXTentacion, and I think that he was like a really big influence for me. So like, it sucks I'll never be able to work with him, but I would have loved to work with him. And Lil Wayne, I'm hoping, like, I'm manifesting that. Like, I really, really want to work with Lil Wayne, for real.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because I always believe that when you bring it out to existence, it somehow finds its way.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
But
sure.
you know, bringing that to the 2000 artists that you mentioned, I've always thought it would sound amazing to hear you like Ludacris or like Nelly.
Yeah, like a Luda and Nelly, exactly. Yeah, so, those kind of things. I would even work with Ja Rule. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I probably know every Ja Rule song. Honestly, and because Ashanti was like my favorite singer growing up, so like, oh man, I would listen to Ashanti all the time. And like Ja Rule, like he has hits. Like I know like that whole shit happened with like 50 and stuff, but like bro, Ja Rule has hits for real. So I would work with Ja Rule for real.
Okay, no, I mean that's good to hear. I mean, I wouldn't imagine anyone would say Ja Rule, but
I know exactly. But I mean, he you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
Even before 50 and even after, I still listen to his music.
Yeah.
Today, so. No, that's good to hear.
Yeah, Missy Elliott, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like those are the people I want to work with for sure. You know?
Okay, that's good. Let's see. Now, I know you mentioned at the beginning of this year that you had moved from Paso over to Los Angeles to focus more on the studio.
Yeah.
How has that change been, like, since?
It's been cool. Like, I've only been there for like 3 months, and it's cool because like everything I need is there. Like the label I'm working with is out there. Like there's producers that I've been like friends with online for a while that are out there, and now we're getting to work together. There's like a lot of like collaborations and networking happen. I'm meeting a lot of people that are out there, like photographers and stuff like that, videographers. There's just like a lot more like accessibility to things that I've been needing to like be around, and like now I'm around them, so it's really cool. I don't think I'm gonna be there like forever, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna be there for like whatever time it's gonna like take to like do what I gotta do, you know. But it's cool. It's a cool city. It was like shut down when I got there.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. So now it's like slowly opening up. I'm barely like seeing the restaurants and stuff.
Oh well, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed anything like out there since it's open? Like a restaurant that you say, like let's just say, because I've never been to Los Angeles, so what would you like recommend? Just being, you know, just starting.
Let me see. If all the taco trucks are fire.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For sure. Like El Paso has fire food and fire tacos, but they don't have a lot of taco trucks.
Yeah.
Like LA has taco trucks all over the place. Like you turn the corner and there's one and there's one and there's one. You know what I mean? There's a place called Yum Yum Donuts that me and the crew always hit up. It's 24 hours, dude, and like stuff closes there like early. But if you need some food, it's 24 hours. Go hit up Yum Yum Donuts. Let me see. There's been a couple places like, but I don't really know. Like I'm telling you, stuff's barely opening. I tried poke bowl for the first time out there. You know what I mean? That? It's really good. Like, cause I love sushi, cause it's kind of like a bowl of sushi. Yeah. But it's really good. Like, I barely tried it out there.
Write that down, baby.
Yeah, yum donuts. Gotta hit up. Other than that, like I tried. Oh, okay. Look, I'm lying. My favorite restaurant so far is Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken. It's like hot chicken sandwiches, and then their fries are really good, and like it's really like if you have only time to go to one place, like go to Dave's Hot Chicken for sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, then everyone.
It's that and you get them done.
Yeah, so, yeah, for real.
Now, I know recently it was just announced that you would actually be one of the headliners at the Central Popular Festival in Fort Worth on July 31st.
Yeah.
That is a huge Latin lead lineup.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like that? There's being so many good talent artists on there, and then you're featured on it.
It's crazy. Like I'm just like happy that shows are coming back. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I thought I was like, okay, let me pick it back up, and like boom, they hit me with this festival. Like, oh damn, for real. Like I'm excited, and these are people that I've always wanted to like meet in person. You know what I mean? Like collaborate with, and like you know what I mean? Like just be around and like feel their energy and stuff. Like that's gonna be really really dope. Like I'm gonna take it all in and stuff. But like I'm excited. I'm already preparing for it and stuff. So it's really cool.
So we're manifesting Frankie J and Krystall Poppin feature.
That's high key already happening.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but but it's already coming.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're excited about that. Yeah. And then just the last two questions that I really have is, with the time out in LA, I know you mentioned you are trying to push your project out. Just as far back away right now, so I know there's not going to be a follow up, anytime soon. But is there something of a single that fans can expect to hear from you soon?
Ooh, yeah. So in May, I'm dropping a single with a feature. I'm pretty sure my fans know who it is. Like they know of this person, but I haven't told them of this person yet. Mm-hmm. So like I'm excited to see how they react to the collab. But the song's already done. We're already planning like how it's gonna come out and stuff. So I'm excited, but in May, keep an eye out for me and this feature person coming.
We'll definitely keep an eye on it.
Yeah, then, it's gonna be cool.
And then I know recently you did announce you're having like the FaceTime, a competition where you're having people send you videos. It started off with females, and you open it out just to quite anybody. Yeah. All these. What was the motivation behind that? To just wanting to like have the artists step up to the plate? And then using your platform to having, like I mentioned, like everybody just come out and just do their own thing on it.
Well, when FaceTime dropped, I was like it's cool, you know what I mean? Like we all made it in the studio that day. Like it was a bunch of DJs and the producer was in there. It was kind of like a little party, and like boom, we made that song, right? And then after a while, I was like, you know what? It would be cool if we took this little part and I just did a verse on it. Boom. And like, I just wanted to have fun with it, like separately. So then I did it. And then my manager's like, you should drop this. And I'm like, for real? And he was like, yeah, we should drop it. And then I did, right? I like posted a video of me rapping it. And then it was called like FaceTime Remix. So I was like, bro, like, let's let people remix this. You know what I mean? Like anybody that wants to remix it, like, let's do it. I think it'd be fun. Like, I'm interested to see what they do. Like, I've never done a challenge before. So like, I was like, hey, this would be really cool. So boom, I put it out there, and like I did only open it to females first. Yeah. So then they were coming in and I was like, oh, that's cool. But then all of a sudden guys were hitting me up and they're like, hey, why is it only females? And like, I would kill this verse. And I was like, you know what? Boom, like everyone can be on this, like show me what you got. I'm really interested. And it's cool because like a bunch of people like surprised me, like people that I didn't even know like could rap, like they're dropping verses on it. A bunch of girls started coming out that I didn't even know about. Like it's been really cool.
Yeah, I know we've been paying attention to the comments and just everybody, sharing their own version. I'm like, wow, I was like, I didn't expect this from this person. I don't think this person even raps or sings. Yeah. So just seeing that, I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was like, this opened up a huge floodgate just to see how many people are, just taking a song that, like you mentioned, was an idea, and then just putting their own flavor to it.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Yeah, so no, that's good to hear. And then really just the last question I have, which is just a random question, is you were stuck on a desert island. What 3 things would you have?
What 3 things would I have? I would have something that I could play, like listen to music for sure. Like I don't know if like I can have like my phone, but like just the music, or like bring it back to the iPod or something, like something where I can listen to music. You know what I mean? For sure. Let me see. Other than that, other than my music, I would probably have like a little, because I'm thinking, because I'm like, there's a lot of stuff I would take. I would probably take something to draw, because that's like when I'm drawing, like I just get lost. Like I don't even think, you know what I mean? Because I'm always thinking about like words. Like I'm always thinking of words. But then when I'm drawing, it's like I just go off. So probably like something to draw and then something to read for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the 3 things for sure. Something to listen to music, something to draw, and then something to read.
Oh, well, you know, that is all 3 things I think I probably take too.
Yeah, for real.
So that's good to hear. And then really tell us about Krystall Poppin in 5 words or less.
5 words or less. Bitch, I'm that bitch.
We'll take it.
Bitch. Period. Yeah. Bitch, I'm that bitch. Period.
Okay, we'll take it. Well, I do thank you for doing this interview with us. Like I said, we're huge fans, and it's just gonna keep growing and growing. And the more we see you, just tweet, update, anything, it's just gonna always be up.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yes, thank you.
Says bitch, raw gold honey. I'm talking about getting rich, fuck slow money. And I keep dropping hits, I'm so clumsy. Shit's so funny.